What's poppin', everybody? Ball Clappy McScrotum Slappy here, and today I want to cover a situation that recently unfolded in the DBD community that just tickled my fancy. A popular Overwatch and Marvel Rivals creator by the name of Flats recently responded to a super chat on stream asking him about Dead by Daylight, and this was his response.
Have you played Dead by Daylight before? They're about to celebrate their 10-year anniversary in just a few days.
That game has been out for 10 years? That game has really been terrorizing people for 10 years? Yes, the answer is yes, I've played it. I will never willingly play that game again, unfortunately. That game scares me. Listen, a lot of people, myself included, talk a lot of shit about Rivals and Overwatch communities, and hell, I've played some gacha games. All of those pale in comparison to how fucking awful Dead by Daylight is. Dead by Daylight makes League look like a welcoming, fun community. I don't know how, but they do. Dead by Daylight is a game where you have to play by the made-up rules, not just by the game. You have to know the social rules. If you don't play the social rules, you've got some guy that's sending a hit on you through the deep, dark web, trying to have someone find your address because you walked around too many times and you put some guy on a hook too many times because you're supposed to sprinkle out the kills. Like, if one guy sucks more than everybody else, you can't go after that guy too much. You have to go after other people. Hell no. I ain't playing that game. Fuck that. Sorry. Alright, sorry if you're a Dead by Daylight lover.
But not very long after this, Flats realized that he just opened the floodgates. But before I go any further, I would just like to add that personally, I generally agree with this take. You know, as someone who's played competitive multiplayer games since I was old enough to hold a controller, in my own experience, I've noticed that the DBD community does one thing in particular at a much higher frequency than almost any other gaming community I've ever been a part of, and that is take the toxicity outside of the game, especially as a response to breaking these fantastical social rules in question. I think if the toxicity from the DBD community was more often than not kept within the confines of the matches or in-game chats themselves, we wouldn't even be having this discussion. But DBD players love to lean more towards actual virtual harassment via things like reputational destruction, doxing, disrupting streams, and vicious personal attacks on other platforms than just calling you a slur like a normal person. For example, I had to unfollow everybody I personally know on Instagram because they were getting all sorts of crazy harassment in their DMs, and I even get comments like these on other platforms almost daily. And by the way, this comment was in response to me posting about my grandfather recently passing away. Yeah, I know, these people are fucking psychotic. And I see a lot of people bringing up other gaming communities such as Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, League of Legends, and Dota, but the big difference between DBD and these other games is DBD doesn't actually have any sort of ranked mode whatsoever, nor do any of the matches have any real stakes at hand, and when you boil it down, it really is just a heavily RNG based, comically unbalanced, asymmetric party game that shouldn't be taken as seriously as any game with a strict ranking system or competitive scene, or where matches may last an ungodly amount of time. So I believe the frequency and sheer viciousness of the toxicity within the DBD community, and the fact that a lot of the toxicity gets taken outside of the game itself, feels highly disproportionate when taking the fundamentally casual nature of the game into account. So just keep that in mind when comparing it to these more traditionally competitive games, which also have voice chats, ranked settings, etc. Anyways, Flats' comment about the DBD community made its way into the boundless hellscape of perpetual gut-wrenching torment that is DBD Twitter via this post here, which ended up garnering millions of impressions. But, ironically enough, this tweet ended up getting the comment shut off and ultimately deleted due to just how defensive and, well, toxic the DBD community was getting, which ultimately just proved Flats' point in the end. So after not playing DBD for weeks, I decided to hop on and stream a couple of matches, and in that brief window of time, I managed to encounter the exact type of loser Flats was referring to. So let's look at our interactions in the match in order to better understand why exactly they got as angry as they did. Hi there, my boy! Oh, understandable. All right, let's go and see what we can make happen right here. Let's see. Nice. And we should be able to get something out of it, right? Shack pallet? I'll take it. Shack at 5? Cool! It's pretty sweet. I think she has to play incredibly safe there because at the end of the day, a down right here in the basement of Shack would be highly dangerous. We could try to get this chop to reset. It's reset. Hold that. Thank you. Cool. All right. And give me... Oh, I fucked up. Son of a bitch. Oh, my God. Skill issue or what, bro?
Hello.
What's your boy doing? What the? So as you can see, this player was hot dog shit. I mean, these players were not very attentive or resourceful, and were also overly altruistic, leading them to be punished severely. Like here when Laura body blocks for Detective Tap and immediately goes down. Oh, this, nice. But as if this weren't bad enough, as I'm actively trying to not tunnel anybody, Laura decides to purposely body block me once she gets unhooked to force her decisive strike. And this is what happens. She probably has DS. I'm not even worried about you, shorty, shorty. I'm not even worried about you, shorty. I get this down. Boom. Give me that. Go ahead and just eat the DS. Yeah, nah, this is the exact type of person who's gonna crash out in the end game, bro. Just watch. Yeah, so that didn't work out. Anyways, the rest of the team eventually dies. I win the match, but that same Laura player who made a series of questionable plays had some interesting words for me. Let's see the sitch, man. GG easy? Okay. They said, imagine being a private profile. I said, why is that bad? Tell me you've been bullied without telling me? Wait, so if I've been bullied, why would I not be private? What's the logic behind that? Should I want to be bullied more? Duh. I don't understand. You're so dumb. I'm live, so I'm private. Private is for insecured. You're the one crying over a loss to Trapper. I'm the insecure one? Like, I don't understand. Yup. Make it public and show me who you are if you're a real man. I am public. I'm live right now. Show me. Quiet kills Twitch. That doesn't make sense. Twitch people should have views. I don't care about views. I just want to play and entertain. Make sure the rope is tight. Bro, what? What did I even do that made them this upset? They're telling me to kill myself. What did I even do? I'm so confused, bro. What? But since apparently telling me to kill myself for simply playing the game just wasn't enough for them, they then decided to come and disrupt my stream. Wait, nah. I have to inspect the profile, bro. I gotta see who you are. My other account got banned back in 2019, so I'm using... I wonder why. Oh, man. Wait a minute. You're getting spammed, minus rep, sweat for the 4K, and did a scumming playstyle for it. Imagine that. Wait, nah. We're running a background check. So let me get this straight. You can sweat for wins and play dirty for the win, and it's totally okay. But when I actively go out my way to not play sweaty and even let one of your teammates escape, you tell me to kill myself? He's in my chat? Oh, boo. Nah. I want you to explain, bro. Yo, you should hop into Discord with me, bro. You should hop into Discord. I'm so curious who you are. I want to see like what you sound like. Minus rep does nothing all game, then talks trash. Minus rep lets my entire team die and then had the audacity to comment on my profile talking about getting more blood points than me. This person let the killer snowball the game from 2 downs on some lesser experienced survivors. This person did nothing. Don't cry on my profile because your lack of skill. Wow. Interesting. I'm the insecure one because I refuse to let miserable bums with nothing better to do with their time like you harass me online for literally no reason, like just for playing the game. I refuse to let that happen. But now since this person was in my chat causing a scene and seemingly had so much to say, I wanted to see if I could get them in a Discord call so I can see if they keep that same energy. But just watch what happens. Wait, hop in the Discord, bro. Why are you scared? Oh, wait, so you're giving fake usernames. Oh, wait a minute, what? Yo, give my moderator a real Discord name. Add him up and then we can talk. You can't tell me to kill myself over a video game and then not want to speak when I call you out after you came to my chat to further press the issue. You came here to continue this. See, this is a completely different Discord name. This was not the same Discord name you provided earlier. So now you're ducking. You're right, I lied. Yeah, exactly. We know you lied because you're afraid to talk. Because all you do is this internet back and forth shit because you're bitch made, bro. But I guess this person just couldn't take the heat because then they started backpedaling and ended up deleting their whole entire Twitch account. I'm not going to tell you to kill yourself because I think everybody can improve themselves and I'm sure you can too, but it really is just sad that this is what you choose to do with your free time. It really is sad because you could have said that to somebody who's really going through some shit right now. When did I tell you to kill yourself? Oh wait, now you're saying that a rope has nothing to do with You telling me to kill myself, those two things had no correlation? Sure. It seems like you're backtracking now. I want you guys to remember this interaction. Every person that says shit like that to you online, this is what they are at their core. They're bitch made at their core. They would never say shit like that to anybody in real life, and they're so afraid that they can't even say it through a microphone. They'll only type it. This is how pussy they are. Like, bro, you could type it, but you can't just say it into a microphone. I promise, I'm not gonna leak through your monitor and strangle you, bro. You're gonna be all right. I just wanted to see if you would keep that same energy, and you folded like a bitch, bro. You folded like a lawn chair. You folded like an IHOP napkin just because I wanted to speak to you. You were afraid that you would choke up and stutter. Your weak, feeble, shaky voice would expose how afraid you actually are of owning your words and standing on them. I'm glad everybody got to see that. I win, you lose. GG's. Looks like I'm up 2 on you too. These sorts of bullies in DBD are the finest example of what happens when you bust enough nuts onto a sock that the sock actually begins morphing into a sort of primitive, lowly subspecies of its own, one of which that is entirely incapable of possessing traits like emotional regulation, impulse control, or neuron activation. So its primary function is to just beg for attention on DBD all day long and blabber nonsense at random people, because it literally has no higher purpose than just sloshing around in the muck of the unwashed swamp ass of the same basement dwelling bums that produced its very life force. I also did a little bit of extra digging and discovered that this same person was featured in a Reddit thread from 2 years ago complaining about players not following their special little rule book. That's right, this person has been doing this in every single match they play for years. I'm telling y'all, there is something seriously wrong with this community. As you can see, there's no particular rhyme or reason. A DBD player might choose to tell you to kill yourself or find some way to attack you outside of the game, because even though I literally did nothing to provoke this sort of behavior, I still winded up on the receiving end of it, because DBD is a community totally plagued by deranged, antisocial, unnecessarily hostile losers looking for any reason to attack and project their own insecurities onto somebody else. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all are enjoying y'all summers, you know, getting outside, touching grass, soaking up the sun. I should have a new Instagram post soon. I know I haven't posted in a while, so if you want to head over there at I Love Halloween, I should have something up probably as this video is getting posted. And yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoy the rest of y'all's days and the rest of y'all's nights. Stay healthy. Peace.